Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is Maximus Black.
And Novawar.
And we're bringing you yet another lower level commentary game. Well, this is kind of low level. It's a platinum game, and these guys are actually pretty decent.
Yeah, you know, we haven't done actually a whole lot of platinum level games, so I'm kind of excited to see this one. You know, it's always fun to see a little more consistent play, at least at the macro level, and it allows for some more interesting confrontations down the road, so I'm looking forward to this one.
Yeah, and also it's a good way to teach some of you really lower level players a couple of basics to work on. But before we get too into this game, I will introduce our players, starting in the...
Just say
right position. Awsm, and he is a blue Zerg. And over here on the left, we've got Reapzo, and he is a orange Protoss.
Yeah, so before, you know, while these guys are doing the exact same thing you will see in every single match within the first 5 minutes, Jeff, I believe we have 1, 2, 3, or 4 things that we need to talk about while this is going on, so maybe we should rapid fire this stuff out.
All right, I will quickly say for the people that are registered into the tournament and have made the official 16, there's 2 people yet to confirm. If you could please confirm before Sunday, that would be great. We're also going to chuck you guys an email to remind you. If we don't hear back from you from Sunday night, we are going to be taking 2 people from the backup list.
All right, and what else are we looking for? I know there's...
also, guys, I have to remind you, as much as I love that everyone's sending in replays, please, please, please send it to Replays.LifesAGlitchTV or LifesAGlitchTV at gmail.com. I repeat, Replays.LifesAGlitchTV at gmail.com, and that will be underneath in the description. Send it to that one. Do not send it to our LifesAGlitchTV Gmail. That's for other purposes. So yes, but keep sending them in, guys. You guys are, you know, doing awesome with that. We have crap ton of replays to look over. But the big announcement.
The big. Well, we still have one other one other than the big announcement. However, we'll start with the big. We don't. You know what? We're gonna save the best for last.
Yeah. What's the
other one? But the other one is, you know, if my eyes are allowed to wander, which they do occasionally, not because I have a lazy eye. Probably because I've been overtired. But if my eyes wander a little bit down and to the right, I may or may not notice that that section of our screen no longer looks like a bum has written a sign asking for change, but it in fact looks kind of good. What happened there?
We actually have a fan that Sin. His name is Sin. He made us our time blocker for all of our commentaries. We want to give him a huge shout out. Thank you very much, Sin, for doing that for us. It looks friggin' awesome. Yeah, so, you know, we'll take anything from the public, man. If it looks cool, whether it's for our page or whatever, send it in. We'll take a look. But as of right now, man, this guy did a great job. I don't want to talk too much. We'll save the big announcement for the end because the game is starting to get in here. So let's get right into it. So the Zerg player, Awsm. He went for a fast expansion. I don't know if you guys noticed that or not. He went and got his hatchery before he got his spawning pool, then went into a spawning pool. What is it? Reapzo? Yeah, Reapzo had a probe and scouted this, so he knows all this is going. So Reapzo got his typical gateway cybernetics core. Also, he did a really good job at continuously building probes. He does have more than the Zerg player right now, and he went right into a cybernetics core and is now getting warp gate.
Yeah, so basically a very standard opening by both players. You know, ever since that update, that last update that we had, the Zerg players have been more or less almost always quick expanding now. Though it's become less and less common for them to, you know, try and 6-pool, and it's more or less become a standard for them to go right into that expansion because, especially versus Terran now, they have that extra time. But this, you know, what's his name again? I apologize. Awsm. Awsm has also decided that, you know, to hell with it. Yeah, it's a Protoss guy, but I'm gonna fast expand anyway. And he looks to be setting up a pretty solid defense too.
Yeah, you know what? It's true what Adam said. Most Zerg players now do expand against Terran right away. It is now the smarter thing to do if you want to get ahead in the money department. But I also will say that just because you're not facing a Terran doesn't mean you can't fast expand. If you are, you know, if you are that skilled and you can manage still getting units and your drones and expanding and doing all those things the right way, then of course, yes, expand. That's what Zerg is there to do. But yeah, so right now, Awsm, he only has one extractor going with gas. He did just build a couple more extractors, so he doesn't have a whole lot of gas right now. He did build his roach warren, so we will see some roaches because they're not very gas. Oh, what do we got going on here? So it looks like he, Reapzo, just found out that he's got a couple of spine crawlers. I wanted to call them sunkens, but
yeah, it's a really bad habit to be. You know, we like to stay in the 90s every now and then here at LAGTV. But as you can see, as we have been talking and trying to keep up with our announcements, Reapzo has actually had blink, and as you can see, he's put down a fantastic, proxy pylon. Good positioning, allows him to warp to high ground and low ground. And I've said this before in a video not long ago. When you are a Protoss player facing off against a Zerg player, and you have any opportunity to close the distance with a proxy pylon like we've seen Reapzo just do, it is a fantastic opportunity for you to do it because it makes all the difference in the world. Because as we know, Protoss units, not the fastest units on the face of the planet, and so any distance that you can close in between you and the Zerg is something that you should definitely always look out for.
Yep, definitely. And as you can see, Reapzo is doing a good job at going in, getting a couple shots off, backing up, blinking back if he has to, and basically just harassing the crap out of Awsm. And there's not a whole lot that Awsm can do right now. If Awsm were to push out, Reapzo could just blink backwards and do some damage. And yeah, so that's really, really good micro control.
And as you can see, Awsm building up a couple of roaches now to try and help protect from a range distance against the Stalker. Unfortunately for Awsm, Stalker heavily, well not heavily, but they do outrange Roach. I think after that update, it is now officially a 2 difference. I believe Stalker's range is 6, Roach is 4, and they also have a faster movement speed, Stalkers do, I believe. So you can kite Roach fairly easy with Stalker if you were careful, and oh, good blink to get away from that surround.
Yeah, it looked like the Zerg really wanted to surround the Protoss player right there, and Reapzo did a good job at backing those units up because let's face it, if Awsm surrounded him there, that would have been, his units would have been all gone.
And I like what Awsm's doing here. He's laying down some creep tumors. I think he might know at this point, even though he hasn't seen it, that there is a proxy pylon close outside of his base, and so he wants to get that creep down so he can move faster and get over there and maybe surround those Stalkers.
Yep. And if you can tell, Reapzo is also doing a great job at, well, he was doing a good job at destroying those creep tumors, because when this tumor is going and more creep is spawning out, it gives the Zerg